Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hey, Millie. How are you doing tonight, Millie? Sorry for such a short notice. I hope you're doing okay. So, there was a little bit of news and I kind of wanted to get it out. Hey, Nana. How are you doing? Nana's Purses. R2 Country Girl. Hello, Karen. Barb. Dandy Lioness. Diane. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Janice, Miss Ann. Hello. Hello, Nana. We got two Nanas in here tonight. Hello, hello. And Lisa, Scuba Diva. Hey, darling. Hello, come in, everybody. Butterfly Kisses. Hello. So nice to see y'all. I didn't know if anybody would be up or be on or whatever. Oh, honey, thank you, Nana. Thank you. When I got off the phone, or not off the phone, I told you I'm still lost, honey. When I got off the live with y'all the other night, and I told you about her pressure sore and everything, the next morning when I called, they just had staged it. It is a stage 3, which that's not good. So thank you for asking. And she's also got a urinary tract infection from the catheters and things like that. So they had to take her catheter out, which you know what that means, unfortunately. She has to wear the diapers, something she never, ever, ever wanted. Just for temporary, but that's why. Just temporary. So my heart's breaking over that. But they're giving her medicines and stuff for the urinary tract infection, and hopefully they can get the catheter back in. And we're waiting on a plan and some updates. You know, she's getting her therapy, but again, she's still not mobile and stuff. So that kind of thing. Yeah, Lisa, thank you. As Francisco, y'all don't get me crying on here tonight. I do want to tell y'all, I felt so much better, as sad as it was, still is, but I felt so much relief speaking to y'all the other night and getting so much off of my chest. I really do. I just had so much bottled up inside. Thank you all for listening to my whining and crying. Thank you. Huh? Haley May said, what? Haley, I didn't lose any grandchildren this morning, honey. I don't know what world you're on. I don't know what you're talking about, honey. But thank you. Honey, if I lost my grandchildren this morning, I wouldn't be on here. So there's that. You must have the wrong smiley. Anyway, I don't know what creator you've been listening to now, but anyway, it's okay, honey. You at the wrong show today. Yeah, Nana, you do. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you, honey. I am too, Millie. I am too. I'm so thankful and blessed. It is sometimes, Dandelions. Yes, I know you are. I know who the real people are, Diane. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Hello, Jinxie. Hello, hello, hello. But welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, y'all don't need to worry about my grandchildren. They're just fine, happy, dandy as can be, beautiful, handsome, and growing. And thriving, honey. They are beautiful, smart, intelligent. So there's that. But listen, what I come on, and Smiley Squad, welcome in, everybody. But we do have a little bit of breaking news here, okay? And what I wanted to tell you is I wanted to come on here and tell you, because this has been something I have reported on and is near and dear to my heart. And I know there's many creators that have, not a lot, but I know there's many who have in the past. Exactly, Millie. God darn, I don't know what they're talking about. This goes to show you can't listen to everything you hear. But anyway, me and go there. If they start acting stupid tonight, just block them. But there's been many creators that have covered this case in the past. Really, the ones that we're all familiar with, the only ones that I give credit where credit's due, and that I personally know, is John Davis, especially within the last years, John Davis True Crime. And I know Justin said he has before. I didn't personally catch that one, but it's very near and dear to one of my viewers' hearts as well. And she wanted me, John, and Justin to collab on it, but it didn't work out that way. Only because we didn't get the emails all at the same time or something. That's the only reason I found out Justin had done it before. But then I did it, and then I seen John did it after that. We were trying to hopefully get it on Valentine's Day. And that was they call her the little sweetheart because she went missing on Valentine's Day in 2000, and that was for Asia Degree. She was 9 years old. And she's up in the Carolinas. And again, it was February 14th of 2000. And there's been a little bit of breaking news in the last couple of days in Shelby, North Carolina. Actually, I believe, to be correct. Hey, Lisa Thompson, honey. Hi. I believe to be correct, the last 2 days, actually. And I'm going to show y'all some news things and some clips. And okay, Miss Ann, I understand that, honey. I understand that. I know it won't be long till morning. You take care of yourself, okay? And I know sometimes we're very impatient. I want to say before I show y'all this, I know we're very impatient and we want things done now. And I know this has been very hard on her family, her mom and dad, and she has a brother, not knowing. And they still don't know, especially these last few days, because it's been said, and we're trying to confirm, because it's been said that remains have been found. Don't know that to be a fact, but they have the blue tint up. They've got a car that matches the description. There's lots of things that's been going on, and especially today. You're not impatient. Well, I am. I have to say that. But we have to remember sometimes, and I do, I have to remind myself I'm very impatient. And I have to remember and remind myself every day that it's not my timing. It's God's timing. And I just pray that this family gets their closure and it's their timing now, no matter what the outcome, I believe whether somebody does something, whether they're alive or they have passed on, or whatever the madness is, it's just my personal beliefs. It don't have to be yours, but I believe when somebody does something to somebody, whether it be 10 minutes, 10 years, or 100 years, the dark always comes to light. And, they will always have to pay for what they do one way or another. Asia, she was only, again, 9 years old, and she was just a little girl. Now, for those of y'all that don't know this story, I just want to give you a little bit of background. I don't know why this happened. Hey, Phoebe. I don't know why this happened, but again, it was said that she met her fate that day, or supposedly. She packed her backpack for unknown reasons, and she left her home in North Carolina. Even though it was a rainy, stormy, windy, cold night. Thank you, Brat. Now, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying nobody did anything. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I'm telling y'all a story, and I'm telling you the truth, what happened as far as the story that we know. Block anybody that comes in here being disrespectful, Millie, and I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. We're not talking about summer tonight, BZs. Thank you. In case y'all can't read and you have a problem reading. And don't come in here jumping on my head, mods. Get back over to Canada. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Even though it was raining so hard that night, this is my story. I think most little 9-year-old girls will be so scared to go out in the rain, but that's just me. Block them all, Millie. Do not tolerate it for 1 second. I don't care who it is. Block them all. I didn't come back from this with my mother to deal with these idiots on here. Block them where some are. Block them all. You know who I don't want in here. Block them all. I don't give a fuck about them. I don't care if I have 5 people in here. Block them all. That's right. It's Asia's time. These people are not welcome in Smiley's house. Just so you know, Millie, they're not welcome. I haven't forgot, and there's a statute of limitations on what I can do and will be doing. They're not welcome in my house. Bees, I already blocked her. I don't know how in the hell she's unblocked, but whatever. Can we continue now? Yeah, Lisa, thank you. She's been missing, yes, I think it's 25. I think it's 25 years, almost 25 years. You're right. Thank you. But so she started walking down the road, down the highway, right? And several passing motorists saw her. And one of them, now this was the story, one of them turned around at 0.13 miles from her home and began to approach her. See, this is what I had a little bit of problem with. This was just me. So they began to approach her, and I have nothing either way, no dog in the fight, nothing. Okay. It just sounded odd to me. Okay. So they turned around at 0.13 miles from her home and began to approach her. And she left the roadside and ran into these woods, right? I'm just thinking, if I was a 9-year-old little girl, raining, wind, all the things, with a backpack, cold. Hey, everybody coming in, welcome. And then running into the woods as well. But, again, we were always taught as little kids, if somebody approached us or something, always run up to a door, knock on the door, act like you live there or whatever. So I'm trying not to pay attention to the chat for a minute. But, so she went into the woods, and obviously she was not scared. Okay. She was not scared. And she ran into the woods, and she knew, supposedly, according to these eyewitnesses, she ran away from whoever was trying to approach her. That's what several passing motorists said. But now, if you'll remember in one of my previous lives, what I said was, I had wondered, was there another way around that one of the cars could have cut her off from the other side of the woods, like wherever she come out at the street or whatever? Again, she was a little child, and obviously a grown person would have known to do that. So anyway, an intensive search began that day when her mother found her missing and reported her missing, and all that, because she ran into the woods. And they say a billboard now stands there, asking for help to find her, and every year her family hosts a walk. They try to draw attention to this case. I've seen her family, her mom and her dad, on the news. I've played news clips of that, but they are on there. And her mom seems, she says she just wants her home. They've done, where they've enhanced her age and everything. And her mom says, it doesn't matter. She thinks of her as a little girl, and it doesn't matter to her how old she is now. She'll welcome her at any age as she walks into that door. It's so heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking. Diane says, I always thought due to the weather, someone accidentally ran over her and killed her. The person panicked and buried her. That's a possibility. So, because if it's raining so hard, it is a possibility that happened. And somebody got scared. But the search was done, and they thought she ran away, which she did. She walked out of the house and left. Do I think she's alive? I don't know. There's so many rumors, and I'm personally trying to confirm myself that they may have found something, today. There was a blue tent up. Hey, H. Davis. Hello. Thank you for coming in. But, did somebody get her and raise her? I don't know. There's so many horrible rumors going around on the Facebook group of hers. Even so, 2 of her family members have come out and spoke. You know, so like, let's see. A Summer Degree, that's one of her cousins, and said they want to express their gratitude to everyone who has reached out with sincere concerns. I typically refrain from posting or commenting on such matters, but I feel compelled to speak up after witnessing the distasteful, and there was a lot of distasteful ones, comments, likes, and shares circulating about Asia. I am deeply disturbed by the inhumanity some people display in their pursuit of clout, notoriety, and social media followers, especially when it comes at the expense of a child who has been missing for 24 years. I kindly ask if you cannot offer a positive comment to support our family at this time, please refrain from posting. This situation is truly distressing, and the spread of false narratives is not helpful. In due time, accurate information will be shared. To those who pray, please keep my family in your thoughts and prayers during this challenging time. P.S. If you feel compelled to share a post, share this one. And that's from Summer Degree. So that was one of the posts. I do want to show y'all. Hold on a minute. There's quite a few things. See, they were putting really bad stuff. Like, I don't know. I doubt this is true because FBI probably would have. This is some of the comments they're getting. Yeah, people should know to respect the family. People should know that and be kind and show compassion. Just like a bunch of jerk offs coming in here doing what they're doing. Their family could be watching this. Why would you do that? Why? Until you've had real life crisis and tragedies, all I can say is it may be 10 years from now, it may be 5, it may be tomorrow, it may be when you hang up and get offline. You don't never know what's going to happen to you or your loved ones, do you? God's not cruel. Some people don't believe in God, and I'm not trying to shove God down your face, but I sat with a preacher and asked him this one time many years ago. The only way I can say it, because I'm not proper, I don't pretend to be. Maybe I'm just a redneck hillbilly. I don't know. I heard what the preacher said, but I'm going to tell it in Smiley's way. He's not a cruel God. But sometimes when he tries to show you things and you don't listen, sometimes he has to slow you down by jerking a knot in your ass, whether it be taking something you love, slowing you down, or whatever. I'm just saying. And if you can't read between the lines or put it together properly, then okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and keep explaining it to you, but okay. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that either. I'm not here to preach. I'm just saying, okay. Anyway, but I do want to show you something. Like I think if this was true, because I kind of thought this was cruel, but if they said that like so and so said their mom lived in Shelby County, and the house that they were checking out today, that the woman, and she very well may have, I don't know, but they posted on the people's Facebook that the woman committed suicide. I don't know. You know, I mean, and then so and so said, yeah, I know, my friend's person went to school with him, so I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, I mean, it's just getting out of hand over there on Facebook. It's just getting out of hand. And some of the cruel things it said, but that's just, you know, whoever's house that they were searching, that I get and see the man. There's a man that lives, or he's passed away now, from my understanding. If it's the same man, again, I'm saying all this as in hypothetical because I have his name. But if it's the same one and I try to look him up, he was 97, 98 years old, which he probably is passed on. But it don't match his obit don't match the wife that everybody's spreading around, and it don't seem to match the family. So I can't really put out that information, and I can't really show his obit because then I would be putting out maybe other people's information. So yeah, it's his sister that lives there. Okay, thank you, R2 Country Girl. So maybe that is him. But either way, if that is him, just tell me this, R2. Is he the same man? Because I did want to say this. If he is the same man, hypothetically, in 2012, what I found on this man, not saying he had anything to do with it or not, just hypothetically, this man was in court over and over and over again for animal abuse on a horse. I'm just saying, if it is the same man, then if you're going to do this to an animal, then Lord have mercy, especially to a horse, any animal, but just saying. Well, what in the world would you do to a little 9-year-old girl? Just saying. So that is him, Lisa? Okay. Thank you. Ooh, that makes me angry. It makes me angry. Okay. Thank you, R2 Country Girl. So you have several people answering. Absolutely. Absolutely. So So what I'm going to do now, I have several. I don't know if they're in order from yesterday or today, because when I get up here and get to jiggling my stuff, I don't know. We're just going to go ahead. I'm not going to pussyfoot around no more. I'm going to go in here and just put the fair use. Really, y'all know I don't care. They can, whatever. I'm just going to go in here and play these videos. And I haven't learned yet how to stop and do all that. We're just going to go in here and do it the smiley way. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to figure. And I reset my stuff, so my stuff is backwards this time. But anyway, I'm going to, okay, I got to share. I got to remember. Hold on, present. Poor little girl. Hold on.
You can see law enforcement standing in what looks like a field next to a wood line.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Why can't you see it? Can you hear it?
Age as the pictures of cars on the right here that the FBI said Aisha may have gotten into based on witness accounts. Now, for 24 years, a family, a community, and police have been wondering, many people have been pleading about what happened to 9-year-old Aisha Degree. Well, now they could be a step closer with what happened today.
We have team coverage for you. Let's start with Channel 9's Ken Lemon. Ken, you've been on top of this case for 24 years, and this is the biggest development you've seen in decades.
Thank you, Barb.
Yeah, it could very well be that biggest that we've seen in at least 10 years. Now, again, investigators haven't given specifics about why they're here, and they're just wrapping up here behind me at this home. But the last time I saw so many officers, searchers here from different agencies was during a search for Aisha Degree. Now, you have the FBI, the SBI, and the Sheriff's Department all working on this scene here. Now, the group said that constantly work to solve Aisha Degree's disappearance. Several people actually came here hoping to hear that there's new information in this case that has touched so many, like Barbara that I met earlier today, who says that he knows the family, and he told me that he hopes the search ends with a positive resolution in this case. This is an individual who told me, like so many individuals who have come by here, there's a large group right over here just off to my left that drove out here. They've been sitting just across the street from everything here. They know that investigators haven't given specifics about why they're here. They know they're here serving warrants, but these individuals say they want the resolution in a case here that has touched so many of them. Live in Shelby, I'm Ken Lemon, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Love you,
Ken, thank you. I
Barb.
want to bring in now Dave Faraday. Dave, you were there as police towed that car away. Pretty similar looking, at least in color and age, to the pictures the FBI sent out.
Yeah, Scott, definitely the color. That towing operation happened at a second search scene about a quarter mile off.
And you got to remember, the car down at the bottom,
at this home for the
that's what they was
2 days
thinking.
Conducting a search.
I mean, they're pretty close, but you got to remember it was dark. Harmon and Wendy
slowly driving by
so
this residence right here, trying to find out more about the huge police presence out here. Take a look at some of this video that was shot earlier. We are here early this morning when between 50 and 60 FBI, SBI, and sheriff deputies searched the property. They took rakes, probing devices, and ground-penetrating radar, along with specially trained dogs, to search the property. Some of that we could see from Chopper 9 Sky Zoom, including an area behind a home on the property that was searched. After lunch, we spotted about a dozen officers move about a quarter mile down the street to a second property, where shortly before 5, they removed an older green-colored car. The color is similar to the color, the car that law enforcement put out photos of In the Aisha Degree case 24 years ago, some family members have been out here as well throughout the day, hoping for answers in that case.
It would be good if we can get some closure on the situation. And, you know, for all these people to be out here, I can't say if it is or if it ain't true, but I've never seen this many FBI agents and SBI agents and the sheriffs.
And over the last hour, we reached out to the FBI to find out if that green colored car is connected to the Aisha Degree case. We have not gotten a response so far. Our team will be out here throughout the evening as this develops, the search continues, and we will stay out here as long as law enforcement is out here. Reporting live from Cleveland County, I'm Dave Faraday, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Dave, we've been following this from the beginning, but in the last 2 hours, so many new details developing. Thank you. Now let's go back to the start of this case 24 years ago. This is video from the first search for Aisha. At the time, police believed she was abducted and combed the ground and the sky with no named suspect. Since then, law enforcement has gotten tips and leads holding out hope. Let's walk you through that timeline.
It was Valentine's Day in 2000 when 9-year-old Aisha Degree was last seen walking away from her home in Shelby. Aisha's family last saw her asleep in her bed around 2:30 a.m. An hour and a half later, she was seen by drivers walking along NC Highway 18. Her parents reported her missing at 6:30 in the morning. More than a year later, on August 3rd, 2001, Aisha's backpack was found in the woods along Highway 18, 30 miles away. Inside the backpack was a book checked out from Aisha's school library and a t-shirt that did not belong to her. In 2015, 15 years after her disappearance, the FBI, state investigators, and the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office re-examined the case. The investigation turned up a possible lead. Aisha may have been seen getting into a dark green 1970s model Lincoln Continental Mark IV or Ford Thunderbird with rust around the wheel wells. The FBI publicly announced the potential lead in 2016 and released images of the vehicle models.
Over the years, we have talked with Aisha's family, her brother, her father, and her mother. They've always said they will never stop looking for her. And in 2019, her mother sat down with Channel 9's Ken Lemon, saying that the lack of answers, just knowing what happened, has been agonizing.
What has this 18 years of waiting been like?
This one got
It's
me
worse than
this
that.
interview.
Because their fear got closure. So we can't give, for us, we can't give up. Until we have closure, we cannot give up.
And just like Aisha's family, law enforcement, many say they still remember the day she vanished like it was yesterday. Alan Norman, now the Cleveland County Sheriff, was a fresh-faced officer ranking as a shift commander back then in 2020, the year that marked the 20th anniversary of Aisha's disappearance. He said he hopes he can give her family some answers.
She went missing under my watch, and it's my responsibility to bring her home.
There is still a $45,000 reward for information about Aisha. This poster includes an age progression picture of Aisha, who would now be 34 years old. Anyone with information regarding Aisha's whereabouts should call 704-484-4788. Again, that number, 704-484-4788.
Of course, as we're here on the air, this story is still very active. That scene out there covered with law enforcement.
Yeah, this is a live look
Yes,
again at
baby.
that scene from Chopper 9 Sky Zoom, where you can again see law enforcement by that wooded area surrounding that blue tent that they just put up within the last hour.
See, they just put up that blue tent right
Curious
there.
of what we know tonight, police again have towed this green car that looks very similar to pictures of vehicles. The FBI said that they believed Aisha may have been gotten into, according to witness reports. Of course, we continue to ask our sources at the FBI and the sheriff's office about what's happening out there at that search going on under that blue tent right now. And again, specifically, it is connected to Aisha Degree's disappearance. Our coverage continues online, and we have the latest information coming in, plus the timeline that you just heard from Hannah, and past interviews with family and police over the past 2 decades. All of that at our homepage at WSOC.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, that car is old, isn't it? I wish they still made them like that, though. Let me tell you that. Yeah, you know, hold on, let me put that up. Hold on. That's a different one. Why is that going off? Oh, Lord have mercy. I think that's the next one. Lord have mercy. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Get down. I hope they find her too. Now, let me see if I can get this one, because there was another one I wanted y'all to see from today. I think it was the FBI one. Hold on.
The FBI, SBI, and sheriff's deputies are searching a home in Shelby. Since breaking this story yesterday, we have asked investigators what case this search is tied with.
Hey, this is from
what they
today.
are looking for specifically and the evidence that they have collected. Right now, investigators continue to be tight-lipped at this hour. Mary Calkins has been live all
Daniel.
morning, and she's live now along Cherryville Road. Mary, it seems like it's still very active out there at this hour.
Yes, Mary, it has been very active all morning long, and we're here, like you said, along Cherville Road. This is just northeast of Shelby, and I'm going to step out of the way so you can get an idea of exactly what is going on here. Now, obviously, you see the front lawn just absolutely packed with law enforcement vehicles and agents. There in the middle, you see the Cleveland County Sheriff. That's the command post there in the middle. And like you said, Mary, it has been very active now and all throughout the morning. Now, we do know the FBI, SBI, and Sheriff's Office are executing a search warrant here. But again, they have not answered our questions. And within the last hour, the agencies released this joint statement, quote, the Cleveland County Sheriff's
Yeah,
Office,
Barb,
the
they sure
FBI,
was.
and the SBI are currently
Oh,
executing a court-authorized search
Scar.
warrant at a property on Cherville Road in Shelby. Cleveland County deputies, the FBI's evidence response team, and SBI agents, including
Y'all better
specially trained
behave.
canines, arrived this morning and will likely be on the scene for most of the day. The search warrants are not publicly available at this time. More information will be released when appropriate. Now, we do want to get to some video showing you what the scene again has looked like for most of the day since the sun has come up this morning. You see dozens of law enforcement vehicles and a command post filling the front lawn there. Now, while the search yesterday was focused mainly inside the home, the garage, and trailers, today the focus
See, they
has
were
shifted
focused
to
mainly
the yard
inside
and
the home,
surrounding woods.
and it was
Now, for
more than
hours,
one
we have
home.
watched as the SBI and FBI evidence response team descended on the yard and fanned out through the woods surrounding the home. They had canines,
Yep,
rakes, and other
1-800.
search tools. And you'll remember in that statement they just released saying that it will be this way for most of the day. And we do want to bring you back out here live and tell you that we have seen so many neighbors, so many people here in town. They're interested. They want to know what's going on here. I'll show you. And this is just right now. See how many neighbors are out here. They're wanting to know what this investigation is about. Of course, we are working to learn more information. And as soon as we do, we're going to bring that to you. But for now,
That's
we're
true,
putting live
Brad.
into
I believe
Mary
that too.
Calkins, WPTV on your side.
There's never a good time for City audio, video, and appliances. Whether it's a long-term project or something you
All right, dude, you left to go. That's the same one too. So yeah. So that was so that was from today. Now I truly hope, I don't know facts if they found any what they're saying or not. They're just saying that over in the group. I hadn't been able to corroborate if they found any, bones or anything. Love you too, Sarah. But I do hope that they find closure for her family, because this has to be a pure nightmare. 24 years, and then now all this brought back up in the last 2 days. I mean, they have to be suffering, reliving this over and over again and not knowing. And if they have found anything, then it has to be sent off. And I don't know in 24 years how long it's going to take them to find out if it is her or not. Can you even imagine? Can you imagine the agony that's still going to cause them and the waiting? You have first the not knowing, and if it is, then you have the knowing it's something or someone, but not knowing if it's her or not. I mean, and then you have to sit and wait for weeks, maybe months. I remember, because I told y'all there's one that I've been working with since I've been on here for 3 years, and it deals with a serial, and I won't put it on here because of what I've learned these people do, and I won't, and I'll still work with it. And there is people that I work with behind the scenes and interactions, but I will never put it on here. And there was one person they thought that they had found backlash a little bit over a year ago, that was a cold case. And I asked the detective, because it's been probably a 30-year case, and could that have been her, one of the people? And or how long would it take to identify? I'm sorry. And he told me that it could take possibly over a year to even identify. So, not to say that that would happen in this case or circumstance or whatever, but can you imagine? What I'm saying is the wait. It's like my grandmother always said, hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. I can't imagine what this family could possibly be going through. And if something was not found, then they got to go through it all over again. All over again. Anything you do in life when you have to wait and not know is horrible. So I can't imagine. I can only say pray for this family. And what I seen just on the brothers alone, just with the last name degree, they have a pretty big family. I can only hope they're all close and can comfort each other. Amen. Me too. I hope they can find who's responsible and what happened. Absolutely. Yeah, and let's hope that they find some type of evidence. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. They were just telling me the other day that I think it was R2 Country Girl, and I think 1-800 Summer did too, that they had another powwow shiboo over there again. I mean, what in the world? What in the world? I know. I didn't look when I come on here. I didn't have a wrinkle one. I got all kinds of wrinkles since I come on here. I am not kidding. Her mom, her dad, and her brother, and I believe her brother is a year older than her, is what I read. Okay, so a lot of people, some of y'all hadn't heard that. Let me go. I'm gonna share one more with y'all. Hold on just a minute. I'm gonna share one more. It'll kind of go backwards, but just hold on. If I can get it correctly. Okay, here it is. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay.
Would give you the shirt off her back. She never wanted anybody mad at her for anything. She wanted everybody to be her friend. She wanted everybody to be happy. After 20 years, I still believe my daughter is alive. I do not believe she's dead. And I know somebody knows something. I'm not crazy enough to think that a 9-year-old can disappear into thin air without somebody knowing something.
It was 20 years ago on Valentine's Day. Aisha Degree disappeared in the middle of the night. The fourth grader is believed to have left home in the hours just before dawn, walking out of her Fallston neighborhood near Shelby, North Carolina. Witnesses saw her walking along Highway 18 within a few miles of her home. A tipster reported she possibly got into a car. More than a year later, Aisha's backpack turned up at a construction site 30 miles away. It raised new questions, but yielded few clues about the missing girl's whereabouts.
A search was done of that area. Same type of situation. People were interviewed. Evidence was collected and sent off. Until this day, Aisha's still not been located.
So this is near the area she was last seen.
Detective Tim Adams came out of retirement in 2014 to work the case for the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office. He's on a team that includes the FBI's Charlotte Field Office and the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation. These agencies have been on the case since Aisha disappeared, but have recently redoubled their efforts. This new team, which first met in 2015, now meets regularly to sift through clues and evaluate new information and results from interviews. The case still generates hundreds of leads, including 45 in just the past year. The FBI is offering a $25,000 reward in the case on top of a $20,000 reward posted by the sheriff's office and the community. Billboards are posted along local roads where Aisha may have been before she disappeared. And the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children recently released an updated age progression photograph showing what Aisha might look like today as a 29-year-old woman. The national nonprofit produced another age-progressed image of Aisha 5 years ago.
What we're trying to do is provide hope-based images, tools to help families that have these long-term missing children in the hope that we can create an image that might have a child brought home.
The FBI asked for the new image and is updating the roadside billboard and its posters seeking information. Over the years, investigators have released a few potential clues in the case. In 2016, they published images of a car that may have picked up Aisha. They believe it was a 1970s model Lincoln Continental Mark IV or a Ford Thunderbird with rust around the wheel wells. In 2018, investigators revealed 2 items found in Aisha's book bag: a Dr. Seuss children's book from her school library, McElligot's Pool, and a New Kids on the Block concert t-shirt, which didn't belong to Aisha. Investigators are hoping anyone with information will come forward.
We will continue to pursue all avenues to further find out what circumstances led to her disappearance.
Aisha's mysterious disappearance and the enduring questions surrounding it have shaken her hometown, a close-knit hamlet in the Carolina foothills.
This house here on the left, the inn apartment, was Aisha's apartment. her family. Somebody's moved in it and they no longer live there. People
Good
still
night,
want to help.
Love
People
you.
still want to find her. And she has been called Shelby's sweetheart. And just because she's a child that one of our own that's gone missing, we want to find out what happened to her.
For Aisha's family, prayers and hope have sustained them for the past 20 years, but they need answers. Hoping this anniversary will be different, Aquila appealed directly to anyone who may have been involved in her daughter's fate to come forward and unburden themselves.
That's my prayer every night, that God will get into their heart and let them just come forward. Or somebody that know them come forward. Because it's got to be a weight on them. We're hoping and we're praying that she's had a halfway decent life anyway, even though we didn't get to raise her. She was 9 years old and now she'll be 30 this year. So we miss
Love you, Miss
everything.
Ann.
But I don't
Thank you for
care
stopping in.
if she walked in the door right now. I wouldn't care what I miss. All I want to do is see her.
Hey, Army vet. Oh, okay, Army vet. Thank you, honey. So, yeah, that kind of, you know, that kind of broke my heart right there with her mom. To me, you know. So, I don't know. I just feel sad about it, and I just hope they get closure. Uh-oh. I always do that. I always do that. So, I mean, it's just heartbreaking. And I hope whatever that they found, that they really and truly find something. And I hope it's not like it was when the guy in the prison, I forgot his name, but I hope, you know, there was somebody, what was his name? Does anybody remember? R2 Country Girl might, but somebody told him something and it ended up being animal bones or something like that. But I hope it don't end up like that. You know, and maybe the family's trying not to get their hopes up. Oh, but you know, okay, so I do want to say this again. The mom and dad, I noticed they're okay. I'm just saying. So you can't. Okay, I know in Sebastian's case, and I cannot stand when I do this. I do it. I don't like to compare, but I have to put it for a reason because it makes me see things and open my eyes. And I'm just showing you, you can't say like everybody says, okay, so like I do it too. Like you can't be judgy. Okay. I do it too. Okay. Like everybody says, Sebastian went missing when Katie and Seth got their divorce or whatever date that was important. Okay. Listen to me. Asia's mom and dad, she went missing on February 14th. But guess what? That was also, I read, her mom and dad's anniversary. Now, y'all can fact check that, but if I'm not mistaken, I also read that was her mom and dad got married on that day. Let me double check that while I'm here. Let me just double check that. I can spell. Where did I see that? Oh, they got a documentary on this case. It says on Tubi. Well, it's only, okay, 20 to 29 minutes. I didn't know that. Okay, where did I see that? I don't know, but I promise y'all it said, hold on a minute, let me see. I'm not looking at, let's see. Okay, so her mom and dad married on Valentine's Day in 1988. Yep. Oh, it's a great, see, I didn't see that. I'm going to have to watch that now. So what I'm trying to say is, all I'm trying to say to that is, it made me think when I saw that, all this stuff going on about, yeah, y'all sub up to Army vet, man. He's cool. So what I thought about is, it made me think back. I don't think that has anything to do with, now that I think about it, with Sebastian going missing on that certain date. Now, it could, it couldn't, but it just made me think. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah, February 14th is Valentine's Day. That's why they call her Shelby Sweetheart, because she's from Shelby County. In North Carolina. Yep, prayers to her loved ones. Yeah, check out our friend. He's our friend. I love it when he shows up. He probably thinks y'all are Looney Tunes. We are over here, honey. Yeah. No, I know you. I know you do. I knew I was like, I just had to remember that year. It was in 88. Is that your birthday, Donna? February 14th? And y'all don't forget, well, we still got, some of us still got about 30 minutes, but, oh, well, I'll always remember that too. Y'all don't forget, speaking of that, 9/11, I know, Lord knows, we won't, most of us won't ever forget. Good night, Diane. Thank you. Won't ever forget where we was at and what we was doing. I won't ever forget it because that's my husband's birthday. I always hate celebrating it now, but, you know, life goes on. Unfortunately, it's just not a very good day all the way around. But for those who, you know, knows what it means and everything, and sacrifice, and all the firemen and police and everybody that was there that day, and everybody, thank you. I never will forget. But yes, rest well, Diane. He's in there snoozing early. He goes to bed early. He's an old fuddy-duddy. Yep, never forget, can't forget. Oh, prayers for him, Lisa. prayers. Yeah, I got an appointment in the morning, so I done put it off once when I was in Tennessee, and I got to go in the morning. I hope I don't oversleep, so I've got to get off of here and go take a shower and all that goody stuff. Absolutely. But yeah, I wanted to get on here, so really, y'all say prayers for this family right here. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I hope they get some kind of good idea. Thank you, H. Davis, you too. Thank you, S. Francisco. I will, Millie. I hope they get some kind of resolution. And if, they don't tomorrow, I hope they do soon. I really do. A lot of people here and in this world is thinking about this little girl and has been for a long time. And we just hope there's some resolution and peace. So anyway, I hope y'all have a great night. I hope I didn't keep you too long. And I just thank you for being here. And I hope y'all have a blessed night. Thank you all. Good night.